It's Monday, and from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex, this is Time Overtime on the Time on Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. As usual, thanks so much for watching and listening. First things first, I wet my whistle. And if you haven't done so yet, you get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. We're going to try to fit everything in here to the next 15 minutes or so. We're going to talk about the Red Wings came to LCA on Saturday to clean their lockers out. Dylan Larkin had a few things to say. We'll talk about that for a couple of minutes. Big game for the Pistons tonight at 7:30 in Madison Square Garden. Is this a must-win for them tonight? Can they steal a game there and come home tied, one game apiece? We'll find out in just a few hours. NFL draft is about 74 hours away right now. The first round on Thursday night in Green Bay. Talk about that. Tigers coming off a series win over the Royals at home. Probably should have swept them, but we'll talk about that somewhat too. Let's see, is there anything else we're leaving out? I don't think so. So anyway, before we get into all that, again, a shout out to everybody who last week attended the Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast at Frank Beck Chevrolet. Can't thank you folks enough for turning out. We had a great crowd for a great cause, and we'll do it again next year, but I can't thank you enough. And of course, Frank Beck Chevrolet is the place to go to get in there and experience the Frank Beck Chevrolet difference. Get in there and talk to one of their salesmen. They'll fix you right up. They've got a great service department too. So again, as I've always said before, Frank Beck Chevrolet is the number one Chevrolet dealer in the tri-state area. Chevrolet together, let's drive. Chevy Drive, Southern Michigan. And again, a shout out to all of you. I'm so happy and so proud of everybody that turned out a couple of Saturdays ago for the Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast. Met a lot of great people out there, and did my heart well to see everybody out there. Also, I can get this out here. Also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance. That's Barrett, INS.com, 517-849-1000 on the corner of M99 and US 12 in Jonesville. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Again, on the corner of M99 and US 12 in Jonesville. Barrett Insurance, BarrettINS.com, 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Before we get into anything else, I think we'll focus on get the Red Wings out of the way here first. They came in last Saturday to clean their lockers out at Little Caesars, and Dylan Larkin had a little press conference. He had a few things to say, and if I can get this up here, I'll let you hear. It's only about 30 seconds or so, but where are we here? Here we go. Yeah, I want you to hear what he had to say in case you didn't hear this. If we're ready to go with this, let's try this.
With wins, and I think especially March, it was hard. That we didn't do anything, and then I felt the group kind of we didn't gain any momentum from the trade deadline, and guys were kind of down about it. So it'd be nice to add something and bring a little bit of a spark on the ice, and maybe a morale boost as well. Larks, how do you feel that you've maybe evolved?
That's about it. That's about the gist of what I wanted you to hear. So was that a shot at Steve Yzerman? I mean, he is the team captain, pointing out the fact that the lack of any movement or any significant moves at the trade deadline directly affected the team morale. That's what he said, if you didn't hear that. Interesting. He also said that following the Four Nation face-off, he was playing with an injury. Okay, he did not specifically say what the injury was, but I suppose that would explain his lack of production after the Four Nation face-off. That he was playing hurt. Again, he didn't give no specifics as far as the injury went, but hey, uh, he's a team captain, and the fact that he was playing hurt, I think, tells us a lot. But again, that would explain, more than likely, explain his lack of productivity in the second half. Interesting though, if that was a shot at Steve Eiserman or not. He didn't seem to be in very good spirits either, and I don't blame him. You got to start thinking too about Dylan Larkin. How many times has he been in the playoffs? I think maybe once, and that would have been his rookie year. He has not been in the playoffs since. So that's back when Ken Holland was still running the show too, by the way. I think it was, So much for the Red Wings. I think I don't think we need to say much more about them now until maybe the lottery comes up in June, or not the lottery, the actual NHL draft. Following the Stanley Cup playoffs, and of course that'll be in June. Still, you don't hear or see any quotes from Steve Eiserman at all. Nothing. He keeps a very low profile, and to me, that's a little disconcerting. But that's it. That's what all we're going to say about the Red Wings right now. Tigers coming off a 3-4 series win over the Royals at home. Bit of a downer yesterday. They had a lead going into the 8th inning. Throwing error by Baez led to a run that they tied the game. The Royals did, and won it in 10, 4-3. Tigers had their chances with men on base, didn't come through. Not only that, Terry Carpenter left the game after running out a ground ball with hamstring soreness. Okay, I don't know. I've been looking all day. I've been monitoring the situation all day, and I have gotten nothing on that. I don't see anything. I've got the starting lineups. I've got the pitching matchups for the series here with the Padres. I have seen nothing at all today on Terry Carpenter, so we may have to wait until 6:15 or 6:20. Which is about 20 minutes from right now, when AJ Hinch does his pregame show on the radio with Dan Dickerson. Maybe they'll talk about it then, let us know what's going on. But so far, nothing. So as it stands right now, the Tigers are 13-9 in first place in the American League Central. Going to go through this quickly. Let's look at the pitching matchups too. For the Padres tonight, it's going to be right-hander Randy Vasquez against Kyler Montero again. Montero did not have a good outing the other day in Milwaukee. He had quite a few strikeouts. I think he struck out 8, but he also gave up 3 home runs. Oh, let's hope he can do a little bit better tonight. Tomorrow night, then, for the Padres, it's right-hander Nick Pivetta versus right-hander Jack Flaherty for the Tigers, and then the matinee on Wednesday at 1:10, it's left-hander Kyle Hart for San Diego, and right-hander Reese Olson for the Tigers. That's the matinee on Wednesday. So give it the lineups. All we know is, hang on, what? All we know is that, or I can tell you, is that Carpenter is not in the starting lineup tonight. Leading off, playing second base, Gleyber Torres. Batting second in right field, the white-hot hitting Zach McKinstry. Hitting third in left field, Riley Green. Batting fourth at first base, probably the league's hottest hitter right now. He leads the major leagues in extra base hits, Spencer Torkelson. Batting fifth and DHing, Colt Keith. Batting sixth, playing third base, just up from Toledo, Chase Jung. If you hadn't heard, Jung is back. Ryan Kreidler's back down at Toledo, and I say good, because Ryan Kreidler, folks, couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. He couldn't hit his way out of a paper bag. He's back in Toledo. I'm sorry, Ryder. That's just the way it is. Ryan Kreidler, you know. Anyway, he's back in Toledo. Batting seventh, playing center field, Javier Baez. Hitting eighth at shortstop, Trey Sweeney, and batting ninth, catching Tomas Nido. That's your starting lineup for tonight. Maybe we'll find out more during the course of the broadcast tonight, or like I said, AJ Hinch's pregame show here, which will be coming up within the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. So, when we're talking about the draft, good word for a good man who, without his knowledge and technical assistance, we wouldn't be doing this right now. And by the way, as windy as it is tonight, if you can't hear me during any segment of this show, I'll go back and look at it. And whatever we missed, okay, if you don't hear some of what I'm doing tonight, if my sound cuts out, I'll go back into tomorrow night and do an encore of whatever it is we missed tonight. So hopefully you're hearing me right now. But as windy as it is, we could be having some issues. Anyway, Tim Lindley, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Waldron Street, directly across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive, is the only place around here you want to go for any technical assistance issues that you have at all. Anything at all in the tech field that requires assistance or knowledge, this is the guy you want to see. Tim Lindley, Lendley. He or one of his staff members there at Quality PC can pretty much solve whatever issue you have. Okay, 517-610-5372, whatever it is, folks. Computers, new or used, big flat screen mounting, programming. Maybe you're changing internet providers, you need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Get in there and see him. 37 Walton Street, downtown Hillsdale. And we don't have Miggy tonight. He's out on sick leave. He said he wasn't feeling well earlier, so I excused him. I gave him the night off. So he'll be back on Wednesday, hopefully. So the Lions, with the draft Thursday night in Green Bay, everybody is descending onto Green Bay right now for the draft, which commences 8 o'clock Thursday night. I saw a couple of mocks over the weekend. One from Chris Collinsworth with a 28th pick. He had the Lions taking Gray Zabel, the offensive lineman out of North Dakota State. Also, then a CBS mock yesterday I was looking at or watched on YouTube. Pete Briscoe had the Lions also taking Gray Zabel out of North Dakota State. Look, he's just a great fit for the Lions. He can play all 5 positions on the offensive line, as I've said before, with his size and agility, and with Frank Ragnow's chronic toe problem, and he's getting older. Taylor Ducker's getting a little long in the tooth. It's just to me, it looks like a perfect fit. I did see a mock today that had the Lions taking another offensive lineman, Tyler Booker out of Alabama. We all know how smitten Brad Holmes is with the Alabama players. Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Branch, whoever it might be. He seemed to have an affection for Alabama players. So, hey, I could live with either one of those 2 picks. We'll just have to wait and see till Thursday night. I'm convinced right now he's moving up. I don't know how far or what it would take for him to move up 10 to 15 spots. I have a hunch the Lions are going to be moving up Thursday night. If they stay at 28, they're probably going to be drafting somewhere between 11 and 11:15, maybe 11:30. We'll see. But if they move up, obviously they're going to be drafting a lot earlier than that. So what are you going to be doing? You're going to be watching the Pistons Knicks Thursday night, Game 3 from LCA. You're going to be watching the draft. We'll see. In closing, the first game of the Pistons Knicks series on Saturday looked good for 3 quarters, didn't it? They had a 98-90 lead, and then came the fourth quarter. More specifically, the last 8 or 9 minutes. The Knicks went on a 21-0 run. They outscored the Pistons, 40-21 in the fourth quarter, and that was the game. It looked as though the Pistons may have lost their poise. I thought the three veterans played well. Beasley and Hardaway and Harris. I thought the three veterans all played well, but the younger guys seemed to lose their poise toward the end of the game. The playoffs are a whole different game than the regular season. The playoffs they're the money games. That's when the season starts, when you hit the NBA playoffs. You might say the regular season, albeit at 6 months and 82 games, is the preseason to the real season as far as the NBA playoffs go. And it got completely out of control there in the last 8 or 9 minutes and got ugly. Bad turnovers. Is this a must-win game tonight for the Pistons? Begins at 7:30 tonight at Madison Square Garden. I would say yes. You lose tonight, what are your chances of winning 4 out of the next 5 games? Not very good. So anyway, good luck to the Pistons tonight. Kate Cunningham has to play better. Jalen Duren, I know he's young. He didn't have a good game at all Saturday. None of the young kids did. Let's hope they learned something in that game Saturday and they play better tonight. But in my humble opinion, I think it's a must-win for them tonight. I really do. Okay. I think that's going to do it for a Monday night. I'll talk to you all again on Wednesday. Don't forget, every Saturday here locally, Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM. And I will talk to you all again on Wednesday. We'll be talking mainly about the draft on Wednesday. So until then, remember, please treat each other with respect. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a good rest of your evening, everybody. Have a good night, and go Pistons.